For the Detroit Lions, we go live to Allen Park, Michigan. Stacey Gales, Mike Garafolo. Hello again.
Hey, Scott. Yeah, welcome in. We just wrapped up practice. I have the new dynamic duo for the Detroit Lions with me. It's the veteran, David Montgomery, who spent the last 4 seasons in Chicago, now entering his 5th season, and the 12th overall pick, Jahmyr Gibbs, with these Lions. I'll start with the veteran statesman of the group, Demo. What is it about this team, this culture, where it's like, you're in a top 5 offense now, and you're going to be used significantly?
Yeah, it's definitely it's a beautiful thing to kind of be behind those guys up front, and being able to have special players to be able to make plays with the ball in their hands all around. It's going to be tough for defenses to stop us, and it's going to be fun, so I'm real excited.
Yeah, well, it's also, do you guys have nicknames for each other yet?
Yeah, well, he go by Ja.
Yeah, everybody
Okay.
know that.
And they pretty much call me Demo.
Yeah, all right, cool. What's he taught you so far?
So if I have a question, he's always there to answer it. I'll ask about like old runs or whatever. He'll give me answers. It's not like we pretty much know like what we got to do, but like it's just certain like little things that I need help on. He's there always to
Well, he's got to be super helpful, because I couldn't believe this, Jahmyr, that you had never, even prior to Alabama, you had never played in a huddle, right? You were getting those calls, those signals on boards. What kind of shock factor was that, I guess, when you joined these Lions, was it?
Yeah, I haven't been in the huddle since like I want to say 7th grade.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like 7th grade. But yeah, when I first got in the huddle, I think it was the first day of OTAs.
Yeah.
I was going through it. I was asking Adrian, because when we first got there, what I got and stuff. But yeah, it was very challenging. Then I got with I just started trying to like lock in on keywords that mattered only to me.
That's a football, by the
specific
way.
words. Yeah, my fault. In specific words.
Hold it like a football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like specific words that that meant something to me. I would try to key in on those, so it kind of helped slow it down.
Right. And Jared, I know you told me before practice has been so. Jared Goff, your quarterback, so helpful. David, how would you describe Jared Goff?
Oh man, he's definitely seasoned in a way of just knowing where everyone has to be and locking in on the play. There's times where I don't know exactly what I have to do, but Jared does a great job of being sure that I know, even if it's mid-play, because I'm still learning offense, just like Ja is. But yeah, Jared, he's locked in, and he's got a killer arm too. So just being able to see him work, and me watching him previously when he played with the Rams, and him being here and actually being a part of a team with him is definitely pretty cool to be a part of.
Okay, so you guys are Detroit Lions. There's a certain Detroit Lion that we all love. He's a Hall of Famer, Mr. Barry Sanders. Advice for both of you. Give me some advice that he's given you.
Oh man,
the legend.
So I actually was able to talk to him when I came out of college. It was like a starstruck moment for me. But one of the things he told me back then when I talked to him was being sure that I'm comfortable with being me all the time.
Love that.
Don't try to change how I play the game, because how I play the game is essentially how I got here. So that was the biggest thing he really told me. It kind of stuck with me ever since.
How about you, Jahmyr?
With me, we didn't really talk much about football, so it was more about like just like life, like how we grew up and like certain things like that. So not yet, but I'm gonna try to get some. I'm
sure you'll get some good intel there from Barry Sanders. Just, you got that Chicago Bears game circled on the calendar, Demo?
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's week 11, I think.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. I'm excited to play against some of those guys, still my brothers, and being able to suit up against those boys. So it'll be fun.
Well, Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, told me, you guys, as I get ready to throw it back to you, he's been around few backs as good as David Montgomery, and then this young man right here, all the ways they're going to use him, especially in the pass game in Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be special. Thank you both for joining us.
Of course.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Scott.
Stacey, thank you very much. Gentlemen, thank you as well. They are trying to restore the roar and punch through, get their first playoff win since the early 1990s. The Detroit Lions. Oh, we're being crashed.
Speaking of our interview,
Billy Buffalo with us here. Billy, the fur did not get matted down by the rain that we had earlier. The sun is not doing anything bad to your hide. Your mica hide, if you will. I need to turn to NFL media insider Ian Rappaport. What is with a big and talented Detroit Lion?
Oh, I was going to say. Yeah.
And Mike Garafolo, Scott. Listen, we are just delighted because, well, we probably don't even need to talk because Taylor Decker, who is the longest tenured Detroit Lion, the starting left tackle, one of the finest, most underrated in the National Football League at his position, is joining Mike and I right now. How are you with this young group?
I would say it keeps me young. It keeps me young being around all the young guys because, you know, I'm expected to go. I'm going to be turned 30 next month, and I'm expected to go out there and compete against guys who are 22 years old. So I feel like that keeps me sharp and, like, keeps me kind of like nose to the grindstone, like off season, do the little work in the training room that's monotonous and kind of boring to do, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
This month, August 23rd. We're in August.
Yeah, that's right.
It's coming.
I know it.
30.
I know. I started getting some gray hair in my beard and stuff like that. My wife was like, I like the salt and pepper look. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
As long as she likes it.
Yeah.
You are the longest tenured Lion, but some guys who left, or were with you, left and then came back.
Yep.
Marvin Jones, Graham Glasgow. When they came back, were they kind of like, it's a little different around here?
Yeah.
You get those vibes?
It's like the Will Smith scene where he's in the living room. There's just the rug. He's like looking around. There's nothing there. But yeah, it's good to have those guys back. I mean, those are two guys that really good friends. I mean, even just from like a man perspective, I've always looked up to Marv because, you know, him with his family, I'm like, bro, I don't know how you do it. He's just awesome father, like great family. And then, you know, Graham was the same draft class as me, so we've been best friends since the draft, actually. He said I looked like Brandon Urie from Panic at the Disco, so.
Great call.
I was like, all right, I like this guy.
Wait.
So it's just nice having those guys back.
Taylor, David Montgomery is standing right beside you, and he said, you better say something good about me. Demo.
I've said nothing but good things about this guy since he got
He's
here.
about to.
Hey, he's just, I can just feel his passion out there, even on the practice field. And he's a quiet guy. He doesn't say much, but you can just see that look in his eyes. And he can do a lot of great things for us. And I've seen it. I've been the opposite side of him for years now. And, man, I'm just excited to have him. He's going to be a great piece, great teammate.
As a guy who's been here since 2016, a few head coaches, some times where we're like, okay, here come the Lions. And then, you know, so now here we are again saying, here come the Lions. It feels like this is the time. They just announced today for the first time in, they believe, franchise history. They're not positive, but they believe franchise history, a waiting list for season tickets.
Yeah.
Season tickets sold out.
Yeah.
What have you heard from the fans with regard to how excited they are and what they're feeling right now with Dan Campbell's Lions?
I mean, I would say before I'd even dive into that, the fans have always been awesome. Always been very supportive and just like they're like yearning for a winner. And it's up to us to give them something to cheer for. And this is something that's been building and building and building, you know, for years now. And every practice we've had, it seems like the stands are packed and they're filled. And I mean, just the support, and you can just feel the city, like the energy in the city. Like people are excited, and it's fun for me as a player to contribute to that.
Give us a feel for Jared Goff now at this stage in his career. I mean, I remember talking to you Thanksgiving last year when this thing was starting to take off.
Yeah.
And his leadership and his skill set.
Yeah.
I mean, how has he evolved right now at this stage?
I feel like every single year since he's been here, he's beginning to take more ownership. And that can come with time. But just his level of familiarity with the offense and with what different guys are good at, and he's going to put them into positions to succeed. I mean, he's just comfortable. He's getting comfortable back there. And we as an offensive line, from, you know, my perspective, we know where he's going to be in the pocket. We have that feel. He's developing the chemistry even with the new receivers. And he's got a big arm on him. Like he's hit some bombs down the field, and man, he just seems like he gets better every year.
Last year with Hard Knocks, you guys gave us a great peek behind the curtain. It was one of the best seasons in recent memory. And now, like, we're on the outside looking in. Like, we want that. I feel like we're being left out.
Yeah.
So I need you to give me the best Dan Campbell story or speech that we've had so far, or maybe even another member of the coach. I need the best peek behind the curtain that you can give us that we haven't been able to see.
All right. He told a story the other day about one of his dogs named Chewy. And he was an English Mastiff, big old dog, 160 pounds. And he was the sweetest dog ever, you know, family dog. And I think he said, like, his wife was like, you know, if we had an intruder, I don't know if he'd do anything. And Dan was like, I don't know. And I think he said he was at a family reunion, and I don't know if it was his uncle or somebody else had a pit bull there, and his son dropped a piece of food, and the pit bull went to get the food, and then he saw the Mastiff pin him down, and he was like, just talking about being a guardian.
Okay.
Like, he was like, every now and then, like, I know it's practice, and you know, we all got to be professionals, but we got to see it. We got to see it every now and then. That's why we're going to be out here in pads. That's why there's going to be days where, you know, we're going to redline and we're going to go, and like, let's see it. We can't wait till Sunday. We can't wait till the first game of the year to see it. Like, let's see it now. It's time to perform now.
So real quick, as we throw it back, for clarity, the expectation here is, the goal is?
I'm tentative to put expectations or long-term goals out there because, and I've said this a million times, and our media team knows I said it all the time, like, I was here when we were the butt of jokes.
Yeah.
And I don't want to look too far ahead. I want to keep the professional mindset of, let me go clean up this tape from this scrimmage today. And ultimately, the expectations, while they are fun, and it's a cool thing to get that attention, they mean nothing until we prove it.
Said it best, right? Taylor Decker, starting left tackle, the Detroit Lions. Thank you for joining us on Inside Training Camp Live. Mooch, Scott, I hope you guys can feel the energy here from Detroit, because it is palpable and it is real.
I was into the Bull Mastiff story. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Stacy, Mike, thank you. Taylor, thank you. For those people